In 1912, the Dewar Committee was set up to investigate the lack of medical services in the crofting counties, and the results were startling. In Russia, where I practice, 40% of deaths were uncertified. That's against the rest of Scotland, which is an average of only 2%. It was impossible to recruit doctors, and some of the relevant factors were low income, poor housing, transport difficulties, lack of security of tenure, and no locums for holidays and professional development. It described a sparse population and a wild landscape with a rudimentary road network. There was problems with depopulation, poverty, poor housing and overcrowding. There was no access to the latest technology, by that, telephone and the internal combustion engine, and there was a failure of philanthropic provision, particularly a chaotic organisation of nursing services. The solutions in the report were developed by a small group of thoughtful doctors, members of the Caledonian Medical Society. In the following year, 1913, the Highlands Islands Medical Service was established as the world's first state-funded comprehensive health service. It was the model of care quoted in the final plans for the NHS submitted to the government in February 1944. They said, "This method of central administration, free from restrictive conditions and anything resembling vexatious control, has proved an outstanding success." Today, the NHS is again under scrutiny, with particular challenges in remote and rural areas of Scotland. We're again successfully using Dewar's methods. We've described the complexity of the issue in a mind map. We've developed a bench testing methodology to test new proposed models of care. And next month, the Wellcome Trust is funding a conference in Fort William to discuss the remote healthcare provision and the sustainability of remote communities. So, as we consider a new, more Scottish GMS contract, we mustn't put the problems of remote and rural healthcare into the too difficult box, but instead embrace it as one end of the spectrum of general practice in Scotland. We must remember that solutions from rural areas can be successfully rolled out nationally. And finally, that the centenary of the Dewar Report and the Highlands Islands Medical Service deserves to be celebrated and recognised for its outstanding contribution to the development of the health services in this country.